This week, you can have the whole service, and that means I think I'm going to preach. And they're done. So, all good Baptist churches don't go home until you preach, right? So, we went to, I kind of set the stage and then let them share. That's the picture of our team, by the way. That's all of us that went. But we went to Matamoros and worked in Matamoros for 2 days. One day was a prep day. The other day was the actual big feed, where we had 5,000 plus people. And we stayed in Harlingen, so each day we got up, we went in, we come back and stayed there. So I'm going to let the team share what they want, and then I will close us out tonight.
You lose.
I was really excited going to Mexico. We were supposed to go last year. Me and Kevin talked about it, but due to the violence down there, we didn't get to go. The whole trip was canceled. So I was really excited to get to go this year and looking forward to what God had in store for us. We got down there, and it was really, really eye-opening for me. I mean, I've been to Malawi twice now, and I mean, I've seen the third world countries and the poverty, and I've been with the team down in Naco, Mexico a couple years back, and I'd seen what it was like down there. But just going that, it was like 2-3 miles from the border maybe, is what we were. I mean, we weren't, but maybe a skip and a jump away from the border, and it was ridiculous, the poverty level. I mean, going around there, one of our team, I can't remember who it was, one of them actually just kind of stopped and said, "This really looks like a landfill." And one people were with said, "Yeah, it is." People's homes were in what used to be a landfill. And you're looking at these people that have trash holding up their houses, and it just really was eye-opening. I really didn't expect to see that so close to our borders. I mean, you hear the jokes about, or not the jokes, but you hear the comments about how we don't want them just coming over here illegally and stuff, but it really made me understand why they are. Why they are coming up here to have a better opportunity. I'm not saying I agree with that, but it was really humbling seeing what it's just right on the other side, literally a fence, and how a fence separates us and our houses and our families from people that were fighting over a bag of rice, people that were fighting just to get a meal. But we had a great time, and it was really awesome serving with all these people. I got to hang out with Cecil and Kevin a lot, and really enjoyed working with them and just serving with them. And it was really good getting to work with all the other churches and meet new people, and just felt a real sense of accomplishment helping everybody. So thank you all for sending us.
This has really been my first big mission trip to go out of the States. Back in 2009 when Kevin went, he asked me to go, and I just laughed in his face. I said, "This is not where God called me to go. I'm not going." And this summer, God was like, "You're going to Mexico. You're going wherever I lead you to go." And so I did, and when I was preparing for my passport to arrive, I was praying of what God just show me what I'm going to be expecting there. And He did. He opened my eyes of, like Claire said, the way they live there is just unreal, Makes me think that I'm richer than them down there. I had a really good time. I had a chance to mingle with some of the people down there, which I had to take either Cecil or Michelle with me. But it was really nice just getting to, just watching the people there. And we had to do the big feed. We had to serve them a piece of chicken and pinto beans in a little cup. And I'm not sure how many were there, but there was a lot of them that didn't receive a hot meal that day. And that really broke my heart. I started crying and all of that. And it was just a wonderful time. I got to have a snuggle buddy in the dorms. She decided to move her bed closer to mine, and so I had a buddy with me. But I really enjoyed the trip, and I'm looking forward to see what God has in store for me in the future.
You know, you're going to get up here and talk, and you would think you would have something in your mind that you're going to talk about before you get to the microphone, but sometimes it doesn't always work that way. Whenever they were talking about going to the Mexico for the mission trip, and Kevin had said something to me about, "Are you going?" I went home and I prayed about it, and the only thing I heard was, "Go tell." And I thought, well, it can't be that easy. I just prayed about it, and it was the first time I prayed, so that must be me, you know, my mind saying that. But that's all I ever heard. And I had, Curtis was very supportive of me going. He didn't really want me to go, but he was supportive. As it got closer to the day, though, the more opposition that I got. My mom really didn't want me to go. I think she called one of her friends, and her friends called Lisa's mom. Lisa's mom called her, and it was kind of a crazy circle how that went. And then my mother-in-law called me from Tennessee and talking about, "You're taking your 15-year-old daughter," and you know, they weren't really happy about it. Can y'all see that picture in the top there? That's a dog, and you can see every single one of his ribs, and it was, you know, there were a lot of dogs that looked like there. A lot of them were covered in mange, and so that kind of gives you an indication. The dogs are very timid there, because if you drop a piece of food, you know, here you're like, the dogs will get it, and it's no big deal. There, they will kick a dog and attack the dog to pick their food up off the ground so that they can eat it. And so the dogs are very timid there. But anyway, I was worried about going on this trip because of the violence, and because it's a big responsibility to take my 15-year-old daughter, and, you know, if something happened, you know, it's my responsibility. But I had a sense of peace about it. And so I was very grateful that, you know, that he called me and that he gave me that sense of peace, because I do worry about things. I really appreciate the church sending us and letting us go over there. I don't think I was prepared for what we were going to see. I wanted to be ready spiritually and everything to go on the trip, and I thought, well, you know, we do this every day. We are in our Word every day and praying, and I had struggled here and there, but if you're not ready to go, there's something wrong. I mean, at a minute's call, a minute's notice, if you're not ready to go, there's something you need to be working on. But anyway, like I said, I wasn't ready to see the poverty there. It was just unreal to see that. And I really appreciated the chance to get over there and work with them. It was a little difficult going through an interpreter, but I guess as you do it more, it gets more smooth and things like that. And I'm anxious to do it again, actually. I really enjoyed it. When we went